Let's speak about Workhorse, baby. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the t-shirt to prove it. And we're going to speak about our favorite company today. If you're watching this video, you're more than likely aware that I recently interviewed the CFO Steve Schrader just a couple of days ago, and we got some really nice insight in that video. It went down really well. Obviously, in that interview, I didn't do a lot of talking. I was just there to ask the questions and try to get information from me and all of you guys. In today's video, we're going to go through a few things that came from that interview that I think were really exciting, and I'm also going to address a few things that I wasn't able to get covered in that interview that I think you should all be aware of. We're going to be speaking about everything that's going on in regards to Trump defunding the USPS and how that's going to affect the contract. I really want to speak about the fact that we are hiring new staff and what those new staff are doing and why it really excites me. There was a USPS tweet that went out recently that got a lot of people talking, so I want to give my 2 cents. I really want to speak about the drones because this is something I brought up in the interview, okay? And I just don't think enough people respect the power that these drones could have in the future, and a little bit more about what ARK Invest is doing. So as usual, guys, right before we get into it, can I please ask you to smash the like button if you want to see more Workhorse content? Please do drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the company right now. If you're involved, what your bull thesis is. I always love interacting with you guys in the comments. And please do hit that juicy red subscribe button if you're new around here, people. I mean, the family is growing every single day. I appreciate every single one of you so much. I mean, if you want Workhorse content, people, I'm gonna bring it to you. Right, let's get straight into the video. So the very first thing, guys, okay, is people are worried because Trump is openly saying he doesn't want to fund the USPS. And people are worried that this means the contract isn't going to be able to go through. This is the end of the world for Workhorse. It's game over, you know. The USPS doesn't have the money. Guys, that's $6.3 billion, okay? It's already funded. The contract is happening regardless of what is going on right now in the worlds of politics and Trump and the USPS, etc., etc. The contract is happening, people, okay? Say it with me. The contract is happening. Now, that's not me saying that Workhorse is guaranteed 100% of the contract, but the contract is happening. An award or awards is currently planned for the production phase by the end of the calendar year. And while we're here and we're speaking about Workhorse, okay, I'm going to go on to a USPS tweet very shortly, but just read this, okay? The vehicles are taking more time to maintain and repair according to the Postal Regulatory Commission's 2019 fiscal report. Now, if you have an abundance of free time, okay, there is a 40-page USPS annual sustainability report from 2020. There is an awful lot of information here, but let me just show you some of the key points, particularly when we're speaking about Workhorse. So there's sustainability goals. The Postal Service is focused on 2020 and beyond. We have established multiple sustainability metrics presented here to track and measure progress in our key focus areas. Energy intensity, okay, they want to bring that down big time by 2025. Scope 1, 2 and 3 emissions, all of which they want to bring down 25 to 30% by 2025. The Postal Service is actively looking at new and more efficient vehicles and vehicle technologies to improve performance efficiency and reduce emissions and operating costs. We're purchasing off-the-shelf vans to replace some of our aging delivery vehicles. The new vehicles have improved fuel mileage, reduced maintenance costs and lower emissions. We also continue to test electric delivery vans, okay? We will move forward with the next generation delivery vehicle production and deployment process in the future. Just keep in mind there, okay? They said we also continue to test electric delivery vans, okay? There was no mention of hybrid. Now, I don't want to get all speculative and read into this too much, but just keep in mind the exact phrasing they used. 18 hours ago, okay? USPS achieved a 22.4% reduction from 2008 in our building and vehicle emissions. This is equivalent to removing more than 250,000 cars from the road for 1 year. They are bragging about this. They are bragging about reducing emissions, people. And again, does that not just scream out electric to you? I think it's more than a coincidence that this is coming out right now with this contract looming. And I don't even want to spend too much time on this, okay? But Trump has come out and said he's willing to give USPS money if Dems can see to some funding in the Roni relief package. We don't need to read too much into this, okay? It doesn't matter in regards to the contract we're looking at right now. But anyway, he has said that, okay? He's not just trying to ruin the USPS, people. This is political. So Fox News asked Trump if he would be willing to offer the $25 billion for aiding UPS, including the $3.5 billion in election resources, should the Democrats be willing to cave on some of the demands Trump has voiced. Sure, if they give us what they want. I mean, this is how politics works, people. There's going to be some back and forth here, but It does not affect the USPS contract. Now, in the interview that I did with the CFO, it came out, okay, that, they hired more staff. We hired engineers and then other research and development, assembly teams, etc. But it came out that we're working on refrigeration. I was not aware of this. I don't know if this was public information. I'm not sure. It could have been, but I have literally never heard of anybody speak about it. But guys, that is so exciting for so many reasons. I think everybody, okay, is getting so caught up in the USPS contract. And I completely understand why, okay? Because the amount of money we could make in such a short period of time is absolutely incredible. But let's not forget that we're investing in a business, okay? We're not investing in a contract, we're investing in a business. I, for one, want to hold Workhorse for years and years, okay? I don't want to hold them until we get a contract. I want to hold these guys for a long time because I believe as a business, they will do absolutely incredibly. And we're going to get into that more later on. I want to have a good talk about drones today as well. But the fact, guys, that they're working on this refrigeration aspect to their last mile delivery vehicles, which I think would be very difficult to implement. Because let's just think about how much energy that is going to require. But anyway, that we're getting too far ahead of ourselves. That opens up so many new possibilities. Steve said himself, it opens us up to the likes of Walmart, to Targets, to Kroger's. We can do more than just, post offices. It could be all of these different stores, superstores, a lot of which now who are offering next day delivery or even same day delivery. The way the world is moving, there is going to be more of a demand for this service, people. It would be ridiculous to deliver somebody their groceries in a vehicle that isn't refrigerated. So it's not even the fact that we found out about the refrigeration aspect of things, okay? It's the fact that we can see they're still looking forwards, okay? They really are. They're still looking towards the next design, the next project. They don't plan on slowing down, people. And again, let's remember we're investing in a business. That is something that we really want to see, especially in our growth stocks. So yes, that in itself is really exciting and will open us up to a whole lot more opportunities. But it's just, to me, the fact they're investing, the fact they're getting in more research and development related staff, that is massive in itself. So 2 things that we need to know so far: the contract is happening, the contract is funded, and we're moving forwards, okay? We are constantly moving forwards. If you can just take 1 second to stop looking at the contract and look at the business, everything else genuinely looks absolutely incredible as well. Now, I understand the pricing right now is priced in that something is going to happen with the contract, but still, it is an incredible business. Okay, let's speak about the drones, because again, I spent a bit of time in that interview asking Steve about the drones. So the main things I really got from asking about them, okay, was just how cheap they are and how good they could be for productivity reasons and cost efficiency reasons. A drone can deliver a package at essentially 4 cents a mile, I believe it was, and an ICE vehicle could be about $1 a mile. That is absolutely insane savings, and when you see how far ahead Workhorse already is of the competition, and when you see that these drones could be delivering packages within 12 to 18 months if they wanted to be, it starts to look good. And I don't think enough people give these drones enough time of day. I think they could be an incredibly integral part to the business doing successful in the future, people. So LTE data connection, fine. Winch safety system, yep, perfect, has to be. Weight 23.6 pounds. Max speed 45 miles an hour. It is quick. And this says 3 cents per mile. I'm nearly certain Steve told me 4 cents, but anyway, it's very cheap. So Workhorse Group positions itself as an electric truck maker capable of using a truck-mounted drone for package delivery, and they have patents for this already. Last mile transportation is hard. Aerospace transportation is harder. I mean, this isn't even really a reality right now, and integrating the two is even harder. The Workhorse Aerospace led John Graber said on Monday during the company's second quarter's earnings call. But it's doable. In 4 years, the Workhorse Horsefly drone counts hundreds of package deliveries in 3 states. So this is something else that was brought up in the interview that I thought was really, really important. 1 operator instead of 3, and realistically, it's no operator. You just have to put the settings in and that is it. With government officials watching, the Horsefly participated in a demonstration in April in Lawrenceville, Virginia with UPS and DroneUp. The goal was to validate drone use for emergency and medical situations, okay? Horsefly's near autonomous operation required 1 operator, the others needed 3. Horsefly, literally, you give it the package, you tell it where to go, that's it. So as I said earlier, we're currently seeking FAA certification critical to commercial viability that takes 12 to 18 months. But literally, this could be a reality within 12 to 18 months. I mean, this is crazy, guys. I still don't think enough people appreciate just how important this could be. The cost efficiency and the time efficiency is just unparalleled to anything else we have right now. It literally cannot be compared. I brought up the example in the interview where, you could drive left and go deliver a package, your horsefly could go right and go deliver a package, and it just comes back to you. 2 deliveries at once. Danny Ellis, CEO of SkySpecs, okay? He said that combining the truck and drone is the right approach for deliveries of 100 feet to 1 mile from the destination. There'd be absolutely no need for it to ever have to go further than that, let's put it that way. If they are able to prove the technology, prove the safety and the coordination, I think this is the future for sure, and I completely agree, and I think that Workhorse are at the forefront of this future. Think about the margins, people. Think about the profitability, what this would do for a balance sheet. If you're in a cash position, you wouldn't even need to hire another employee for this drone, literally. Very, very exciting. So look, this is what we know right now, and this would be one of my concerns, okay? It can carry a significant payload for a practical distance with a high degree of precision and reliability. It has to be able to carry a big enough package. You know what I mean? Realistically, it does. There's not much point in having a 500 gram load. That's not going to be worth anything. It also will have to be extremely precise, people. You cannot afford to have this go even 2 meters in the wrong direction. It will have to be perfect, okay? But if it is perfect, it will be insane. I still get comments every single Workhorse video, or even on other videos, okay, asking me if ARC has sold all of the Workhorse shares. You have to know where to look, okay? Go to ARQ, not to ARC-K, ARQ. Scroll down a little bit, okay? Fund holdings PDF. You click into this fund, it will open this page for you, okay? And there it is, guys. They haven't sold Workhorse, okay? They have not. In fact, they have bought a whole lot more. It is now their 25th biggest holding. In the RQ, they have over 480,000 shares, people. The day after Q2 earnings came out, I believe they added 46,000 and something. It's been crazy. I mean, they've been adding so quickly. And this, for one, fills me with massive confidence. I have seen how good this fund has done in the past. I've seen Kathy buy off the back of poor Q2 earnings, or at least what a lot of people perceived to be Q2 earnings that were poor. I have been instilled with confidence due to this RQ ETF. And from what we're seeing right now, there doesn't seem to be any plan for any sales. You would not buy nearly 47,000 shares of a company in a day if you had any intention of selling that company soon. And I think that you all will really understand just how amazing Workhorse will be in the long term. Just forget about the contract for a second. But I think when you see us get the contract, and Kathy doesn't sell, I honestly don't believe she will sell, that will show you how long-term Workhorse is going to be. If you plan on swing trading, fair enough, do your thing. But if you're going to be a long-term investor, keep a very close eye on this. Now, of course, that's just what I expect. I don't speak to Kathy, I don't text her at the end of the night being like, yo, what's going on? What's happening with Workhorse? Maybe I should reach out. Maybe I should try to get an interview. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys how to get this information, because I get that comment so many times every single day. So guys, a lot of people are constantly asking me, when is the contract going to be announced, okay? And look guys, stop worrying about it. The more you look into it, the more different answers you're going to get, the more conflicting answers you're going to get. It'll come out when it comes out. A lot of people are speculating as early as next week or 2 weeks time. Look, who knows? A lot of people think September 29th because that's when the first presidential debate is, and it's being held in Ohio. A lot of people might think it's September 30th because that's the end of the government's fiscal year. Honestly guys, I'm not worried about it, okay? I don't really mind. It will happen when it happens. Honestly, the longer it goes on, I'm okay with it, because more than likely a lot of people will get weak hands, will sell, we can buy on the pullbacks, it'll be happy, we'll have bigger positions. A lot of people are also asking me how much I think the shares price could go up if we are to get this contract. And again, I don't like to make speculations like this, and it does also depend on what portion of the contract we get. But what I also want everybody to remember is that the contract won't be the only determining factor on how far the stock's price goes up. It will be a short-term boost. The drones in a year to a year and a half, that's going to give the stock another massive boost. There's inevitably going to be another contract in a year and a half. There's another boost. Lordstown Motors becoming successful, delivering on their 27,000 pre-orders. There's another boost. Announcing that they have a refrigerated last mile delivery vehicle. There's another boost. A lot of people are saying it's going to go to $30 if we get 25% of the contract, or $45 to $55 if we get 55%. I've seen people say as high as $90 if we get 100%. Honestly guys, we won't know. I don't think going up as high as $70 to $90 will be justified, and I know a lot of people aren't going to like me saying that because a lot of you are massive bulls. I am too, okay? But let's be somewhat realistic, people. Again, the contract as well, it's over the span of 5 years. Even if you get that entire contract, and keep in mind we're currently at a $1.61 billion market cap, you can't expect to go up that much in such a short period of time. In 5 years, do I think we could be well into triple digits? Yes. And that's probably one of the boldest statements I've ever made on this channel, but yes, I really do. Something I've been thinking about very hard lately, okay? What am I going to do if we don't get the USPS contract? Am I going to sell? Am I going to double down and buy more? Guys, I think I've made it quite clear. I'm in this company as a long-term investment. I don't think you go to the effort of reaching out to a marketing team, setting up an interview with a CFO, spending who knows how many hours researching the company, putting the preparation into an interview to sell in the short term. I don't think you do that. So that should answer your question in regards to no matter what happens with the USPS contract, I believe. But guys, they were just some points I wanted to bring up in today's video because on Friday's one, yeah, I really loved the video. I thought it was great. We got loads of value, but I didn't get to speak about it too much. And I know a lot of people do like me giving my up-to-date thoughts. But that is it for Workhorse for today, people. And of course, I know I didn't go through the basics. That's not really how we do it on this channel. I have loads of videos on Workhorse from over a month ago if you want to go through it start to finish, if you want the absolute basics of the company. But every Friday, we just go through the most up-to-date information. So guys, as always, if you have watched until the end of the video, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And as always, you, my friend, are a true legend. I hope I was able to give you some insight onto my thoughts in regards to my favorite company in the world, and I also hope that you all really did enjoy the interview I did with the CFO. As I said, a lot of time went into it. Steve was an absolute professional and a gentleman, and he made it so easy for me. And let me tell you guys, I was extremely nervous doing that interview. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to being live. I'm not used to interviewing people, let alone CFOs. I'm just this random kid on YouTube. But genuinely, the support and the kind words make it all so worth it, guys. I genuinely appreciate you all so much. With that being said, guys, I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. I will see you for another video later on. We actually have a video coming out about Hyliion and the massive surge that we've seen in price, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. See you then. Peace.